Chairshot Reality, WrestleZone.com. Continuing on here in the weekend, Chairshot Reality. We are in the beautiful Center for Media Innovation studio at Point Park University in downtown Pittsburgh. Point Park University, if you're looking for a great education, pointpark.edu. At Justin Lambar, at Juicy Steen. Let's talk women's division.
Let's talk about it.
Big things happening on both sides, one of which is going to carry in here to Pittsburgh in just about a week from now with an Iron Man match.
Iron Woman.
Iron Woman. I know they say Iron Man, but I feel like we're supposed to say Iron Woman.
I guess they don't care if they're that politically correct.
I don't know. We have that, but then we also have with Sasha and Charlotte, and then we have Alexa Bliss, who wins from Becky Lynch.
And a tables match.
So I ask you, Juice, which women's division are you enjoying more right now? And not just the title, but you can look at maybe the secondary feuds.
I think in secondary feuds, I would have to take SmackDown with the edge. They've got a little bit more of a talent pool that can put on better matches, and they had two strong women's matches at the pay-per-view. For the title feud, I think it's almost a toss-up because I love the Charlotte and Sasha stuff, but it's been dragging on for so long. Repetition
harms them.
But now they keep doing different matches. So, I mean, it's like a legitimate, crazy, long feud with them, and they're going to do an Iron Man match now, and they did a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah.
So on the other side of the matches, they're good for SmackDown. It's just nothing too crazy. No long-term feuds.
Alexa Bliss is one of the highest, brightest spots.
Oh, definitely.
For SmackDown, but again, SmackDown less content. But I really like what Alexa Bliss is doing. I do not want to mistake that at all. I mean, her quote that she had, this little bitch now runs the women's SmackDown. I mean, it was just, she said it wasn't just because it was profanity and that stands out in this day of PG with WWE, but she believed it. Like, I feel like I'm really understanding what Alexa Bliss's voice is all about.
And the best part was on Talking Smack, she was like almost in tears, like she won the title, and then as soon as Renee talked about Becky Lynch, she just shot into and just right. She has
a very villainous comic book kind of look.
Yeah, it's great.
All that being said, though, I don't think I cannot say the Raw women's division simply for what you said. On the one hand, repetition kind of harms them. We've seen Sasha and Charlotte go, round and round since the brand split.
But
since the first match.
That's with any feud in wrestling.
Right. So. I mean, going since July, which started in Pittsburgh, ironically. So where it started.
Incredible.
But yeah, the fact that they broke so much ground. Main eventing Raw, main eventing pay-per-views, Hell in a Cell, contract signings.
They're doing a lot more.
Now the first ever women's Iron Man woman match on Raw or SmackDown. And I saw Sasha and Bayley live at NXT in October a couple years ago, and they did a 30-man Iron Woman match. And
that was a fantastic match.
Fantastic.
It's great.
This is going to be on the bigger stage, and for me, it's coming right after we just saw the best of Charlotte. That segment with Charlotte and her father calling him an SOB, slapping him, and then the intensity of the assault that she gave to Sasha Banks, that was the best. When they signed off the air, I was balls in. I was hooked, line, and sinker like, man, I despise that woman.
And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. And another crazy thing is, remember Bragging Rights 2009, there was an Iron Man match with Cena and Orton. We're getting another one with women this time.
I wasn't here for that one.
I think it's going to be a very interesting match. And I think they keep saying, oh, we'll be looking at these two for years to come as like this great feud that happened. And like you kind of think, oh, well, they're just saying that for the effect. But you look back and they've really been breaking ground. So there's a lot of crazy things happening with them. And I'm excited. So I would say Raw's got a little bit of an edge.
Both the ladies on both shows certainly thriving, but in terms of SmackDown, there's certainly issues and conversation to be had about the depth on SmackDown. And for that, to close up the segment, we turn to our colleague down in Florida, Josh Eisenberg.
If you watched SmackDown this past week, if you watched SmackDown Live this past week on the USA Network, you might have questioned a lot of the booking decisions. From a Hype Bros and Ascension match with Zack Ryder and Mojo Rawley picking up the win, even towards the American Alpha match with Breezango, you wonder what's going on SmackDown Live, especially whenever SmackDown Live showcases James Ellsworth as their #1 guy in the company. Well, there's going to be a problem on SmackDown Live, and that's depth. Whenever you have The Miz versus Dean Ambrose as your main event, AJ Styles taking a day off, and much neededly so after what he did at TLC, that amazing 450 splash through a table I'm still thinking about. It could be one of my favorite AJ Styles moments ever in WWE. But you have to look at the depth, and you have to realize there's no real competition for The Miz's Intercontinental Champion. There's no real competition for AJ Styles as the World Champion. So what do you do? Who do you book? Well, Baron Corbin picked up a win against Kalisto. So you can think maybe Baron Corbin's the next guy for that. But I don't know if Baron Corbin's ready to be in a main event level, especially when you want AJ Styles to be your guy, the heel, as the WWE World Champion. So at the end of the day, you think about this. Who's next? Who can WWE realistically bring to SmackDown? And I gotta say, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, those are two faces that I could legitimately see being brought over to SmackDown. But you desperately need two guys to come back who might be part-time guys, but they still give a big match feel, and that's John Cena and The Undertaker. Two former champions that SmackDown could desperately use whenever you're going into January and when you're going into WrestleMania season. Depth is a big issue, but you have to realize that SmackDown has the talent, but they need more of it. You thought Raw had problems with 3 hours filling it, but now you have Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho doing a great job. You have Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Charlotte and Sasha, all of these really great storylines. And SmackDown, doesn't really have much. You don't need just those two guys, you need more. And who else do you need? You need the Revival. You need real, legitimate tag teams, and you don't need Heath Slater and Rhino every single week. Maybe they did make a mistake not putting the Cruiserweight division on SmackDown because they could really need it right now with characters like Rich Swann, Cedric Alexander, Lee Brian Kendrick, and TJ Perkins. But at the end of the day, we know what's going to happen. WrestleMania season's going to come. You're going to see AJ Styles finally get some really good feud, hopefully a feud with the Dead Man in January. I don't know why I want to see that, but I definitely want to see that. You want to see depth with SmackDown because it is only 2 hours, and they have killed so many great tag teams, and they've killed so many great characters over the past couple of years. I'm hoping that SmackDown Live transitions into something that's once was must-see when the brand split happened, but now it's just back to my DVR, and I don't want to see that. We will see what WWE does, what answers they have for SmackDown Live. I will say one thing. Looking at Twitter, I wouldn't be mad to see Ty Dillinger being called up and a few other names on that NXT roster that can use a shot of energy. More Chair Shot Reality all weekend long. Justin and Juice have been in studio, but happy holidays, everybody. We are going to bring you more and more action, more entertainment. Josh Eisenberg 4 on Twitter. I won't be Amaro Ranello and call out LeVar, but I will tell it like it is. And the truth is, SmackDown, you need some help.